What's up, guys? So I'm out here at the park looking around. It's really nice, beautiful day, hot summer day in Las Vegas. Look at the ducks. Shake that booty. But yeah, man. Got my mom and my sister over there. Oh, Phil. Look at this little duck. It's crazy. All this, virus stuff going on. Yeah, but we over here pretty much chilling, walking around, trying to enjoy our days. Right now I'm not working, so basically just trying to stay active and at least doing something so I don't get bored out of my mind. Guys, how you guys doing today? So it's another day, Tuesday, Vegas. Basically today I'm gonna talk about the coilovers. So yeah, I was, it's one of my dream cars, and I'm so blessed to have it, and I actually got it way sooner than I expected. I never thought I would be able to get one this quick. I was really planning for next year, or maybe, I don't know, who knows, I'm gonna get one, And long story short, yeah, I got. I was also aiming about October, which is around my birthday. I really wanted one, and I was working hard, just trying to hustle, basically. But I mean, it happened way before that. I literally got it like almost a month ago, and it's gonna be a month and about 2 weeks from now, maybe 3. So it's been a while, and I actually did quite a bit to it already. Like, I was planning to just leave it stock, really manual swap it at first, but yeah, I mean, personally, everybody that knows me, I go through cars and I can't leave them stock. Like, I get bored of it so fast. I'm just like very undecisive as well. And first thing what I did was I went straight to the muffler shop right the same day I got it. And when I got it, basically it was getting a paint job, so I got a fresh paint job. It just needs to be buffed out. It's just dirty right now because there's always wind and dust, and And it has a 4-inch tip all the way to a 3-inch catless straight pipe. And yeah, so basically I did that. I put some wheels. I put some 350Z wheels. I probably post a picture on it, just a quick picture so you guys can see. And I ended up, it looked cool, but it had some fat tires, and it just looked weird. So I rocked it for a little bit, got tired of it, sold them, went back to my stocks, which are over there. And then apparently, I already knew one of my friends. So his name is Caleb. I'll add his Instagram up here and stuff like that, so you guys can follow him too. He has a really nice Grande, I think, with the Chaser, and it's automatic, non-turbo, but man, like, it's a super nice daily. Like, I drove it and he drove mine, and like, compared to mine, I was like, dude, like, mine's kind of like a race car in a way, even though it's automatic, but like, it's a way different vibe. His is just so much like more chill. Like, basically he has an IS300 version of the freaking Chaser. So, and like, it's just so smooth, it's so nice. Like, I was like, dude, like, I kind of wish my car was like this, but I'm just happy that I at least have the main one I wanted, besides being manual. I'm planning on swapping it soon, like I said. But he told me the front coilovers fit, and he ended up actually buying the front ones from this, which is they had the max speeding rods, eBay coilovers that you could get by for like $200-300 brand new. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they're kind of but for what you pay for, I guess, like, if you want to go low, they'll do your job. I actually had an IS300. I put those coilovers on, and man, it went super low. The ride wasn't the best, but like, when you're static and like you're super low, like, what do you expect? Unless you really go baller and go for like 326 or like all the other nice, good, very stiff springs they make nowadays. And I mean, in all reality, it's like they say, you pay what you get what you pay for in a way, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at all. But he ended up coming with his chaser, and I was like surprised because I was like, whoa, like what is going on? Because I actually was gonna get my this chaser, my JZX, pretty much like the same week that when that was going on. But like I said, I had to get it painted. It took a little longer than I expected, but it kind of like made me want the car more, and I was happy I was getting it, and I was happy I met new people that actually have one, so at least I know more about it. And because I mean, I know about the 1Js and 2Js, but I'm not. I did some research about the car, and like I always loved the body style. I'm a big 4-door guy, you know, G35 sedans, all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, something about this car, it's just beautiful, man. Like the tail lights, man. Like, look at this. Like, it looks like a freaking oh, look at this, we got a Camry over there. It looks just like a Camry basically, but just a Japanese version with the, you know, 1JZ. And man, like, it just, the body style is just way different too, but it does look like it. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I got the G35 Rays on it right now because I traded my friend with his G35 coupe. Very clean wheels. I like them. They're very light. I spin a lot, but it's fun because, like, man, like when you hear the exhaust, it's very loud, but it's beautiful. But yeah, long story short, the front ones fit, and then apparently, I guess he was doing more research. You can also get the upper control arms, make them shorter, get more camber, stuff like that. And then he told me, I met him about another car meet. He actually found out that from a Facebook page called, I think it's Jzx90 around the world or something. Or planet, something like that. But I guess he found out from other people that have chasers and JZX90s, and that the rear ones also fit, but you just have to change the top hats. And I mean, that's pretty much what he told me. He's like, I haven't tried it, but that's what I heard. It told me that, and I was like, no way, and I was like, sick. So I was like, okay, well, I already messed up selling him the front ones, and I'm like, at least I have the back ones though. So I posted pretty much a post saying I needed the front coilover from a IS300. I found some, but the guy was not really trying to sell them like the same day. He was like, he's like, he wanted to wait for a few days for some reason. But long story short, well, he actually had HKS ones from Japan, original one. He bought them before, but I guess he went for he put the max speeding ones just because they were a little newer, and I guess he bought new springs for it. I really don't know why. The real reason why he just didn't want to use the HKS ones I have now, that he sold me. But I mean, I'm happy that he had them because I lowered my car. He gave me the front coilovers, which are these right here, for $100. Like, where you expect to get some real deal HKS ones right there for $100? Like, and they ride good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they're not the best. Like, as in because they're used. You know, they might. I'm pretty sure they might need like a little bit of rebuild, but they ride good. And like in all reality, like, I'm just happy that I was able to lower it. And like I said, here's the rear ones. These are the IS300. So if you see, basically the reason why they fit is because these right here are all just like a little circle, and they bolt right into that, and that's pretty cool because excuse me, the rears, all you really have to do is change the top hats, which I did. I actually used the spring compressors, the little metal things you put on the spring, and compressed it just so I could get the top hat safer, you know, because every car guy, you know, if you're a car guy, you know that's the death trap right there. And like, yeah, like it's scary, but that thing did this thing, and I was able to take these off. And then all you really have to do is shave off a little bit of this, see the the bushing right here, the little metal bushing these have, you have to shave off a bit, like maybe like not even an inch, a few centimeters from each side, or just cut a big side from off and then push it around so it can fit, you know, it can make even out. And as it get burned a little bit, you can't really see it no more. But I mean, like, that was the main hardest part, to be honest, and everything else just fit perfect. Like, man, like, these are C's, to be honest. This car has been sitting for a minute, but they actually sit very well. I fender rolled my thing. If you can see little chips here and there, but I mean, it's gonna happen either way. It's fresh paint, and like, I didn't use a heat gun just because I was like, I mean, it's bound to happen anyway. So I was like, as long as the paint outside don't chip, and I don't pull it too much, it's cool. Because if you see, there's no, it looks like it's OEM. Like, there's nothing you can really tell. And besides going in there, and like, that's basically it. And like, I was happy because I was like, wow, like, it's legit, you know. Like, you can legit buy IS300 coilovers and even go with cheap ones, you know, $300 eBay ones, and do little modifications and lower your Jzx90 or your Mark II or Chaser, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, whoa. I was about to spend like $1,000 plus just to get some legit ones, like BCs or something from, like, or HKS exactly ones, you know, from Japan, just because I was like, you know, like, I was trying to find out more information about them, because you know how a lot of cars are very like Hondas. You know, you can slap anything next to them, like from every other Honda, like CRX, EG, EK. Like, I was wondering if this car was very compatible with any other car around, like from the USDM, just because I was like, it would make it much easier and actually cheaper too, you know. And like I said, same thing with the front. See the little ball joint right there? All you gotta do is take that off, boom, slap it on, and the top hats fit. This is actually the original Jzx90 one, but the same thing with the IS300, exactly the same, besides maybe just a bracket for your brake line or something. So what I did is, so this is what you need. Sorry, just get into it. This is a lifesaver. I will definitely get this. If you guys don't have one, you can get it from Harbor Freight. I walled out a little bit. It was like a 198 or 189 at Lowe's, and I got a credit card, so I just put it on that. But like I said, you get on, you know, Black Friday or any other day, maybe you get some special from these, or buy something that's, I guess, worth it, just because of it, and with warranty. Because if it breaks, it breaks. I had a Craftsman one that I bought for like $80, and man, it lasted me 2 years, and I messed up. I dropped it, and yeah, it was the end of it. But it was a really lifesaver, man. Like, you guys don't know. Like, if you guys, it's just a night and day difference from going from regular, you know, taking tires off with your freaking, with that X2 or whatever you call this. I don't even know what it's called no more, just because of how life-saving this is, and it's way more easier, and like it saves you from a lot of stress. And I would put either of these first, especially on an old car. You know, it's a 93, so it's 25 years older, and like, you know, bolts always seize up and, like, you know, rust and strip. So this will really help you guys. Really recommend it. And basically, zip ties, just so in case, you know, I don't know, maybe one of your coilovers don't have that, and like, just zip tie your lines or anything that happens, just to be more safer. You don't want to brake lines to get caught and freaking, you know, all the oil and whatever comes off and you have no brakes. This to take off the pin. So what I did is basically I took this off. A lot of, you know, you do a lot of things. I've done many coilovers, and especially on G35s, and I found out it's easier to either take this off or take this off, the lower control arm one. And to be honest, I went with this one. It was kind of hard just because it's been a minute. I guess I took it off. It had all original suspension, but I took this off, untightened it a little bit, not all the way, because if you do it all the way and you hit it, and it's gonna slap you. So it's always be safer if you just leave it like a little bit tightened and then smack it. I would recommend not a rubber mallet, but I mean, it works, but I was there for a minute. I actually ended up going for a metal one, or, you know, steel, whatever, and smacking it really hard with it. And I actually put some more PB Blaster just to lubing it up a little bit, but it took me like 5 minutes to try to get one off. But for sure, the metal ones are the metal freaking hammers are better for sure, just because it gives you more power. But if you use that, take the pin off. You'll need a 10, either or. Just take this thing off on original suspension and put it back onto this. A 12 for the top bolts. I'm pretty sure the top bolts are 12. Either or, you use a big one or not. I just have this in case. And then also a 19 for the bolt right there. This one right here. And then pretty much you just loosen the top off, and then take this off. I will for sure take this off right after, and you just pull it right out. But before all that, this is very important, just because I've done it, and like if it's actually gotten stuck, I would recommend having the car lifted up all around with jack stands around, and make sure you have the good ones that probably won't kill you and stuff. Because obviously I know just some of them, some jack stands, I guess they're like bad and probably fall on you. But make sure everything's good on that, and make sure to take these off from both sides at the same time, just because if you end up putting more pressure on one side and then you forget, you can end up getting this bolt right here stuck, and then it's gonna be spinning, or either or. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get this bolt in and actually tighten it correctly. And I've done that, and it was a nightmare, man. So for sure, make sure you get the step right. But yeah, like I said, pretty much is a 19 for there. Make sure you have either one of these, a 19 wrench, or one of these right here, and have one over here. You can use a gun, like I said, it's a lifesaver. Boom, take that off, take this off, and then 12 up top, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's super simple, very simple. And then if anything, like I said, just to be sure and make your ride height correct, get a measuring tape, whatever works for you. I use my fingers, actually. Like, my fingers are pretty big, so I'm a pretty big guy. So, and it came out pretty good, actually. And for the rear, same thing, 19 right here, and then either use this, your wrench or whatever you have that will work to fit in there, because it's a little tight. At first I was like wondering, how the hell can I take this off easy? And all I did was took that off. Well, actually I did the top first, just because I was more skeptical about how to get that. So I thought it was in the trunk, but it's not. You actually have to, I have the seat over there just because I was going to take my dogs out today, but I didn't. You just take off, it's pretty easy though. You pretty much take off your bottom portion of your seats in the back, and then your backrest, which is, they're 12 they're 12, actually they're 10s, yeah, 10 bolts. There's like 4 maybe. On mine, everything was original, super clean. If you look at it, this car was really clean. Well, it is still, besides the crap I did to it, just because it's peeling off already and shit. But yeah, it was very simple, and then you pretty much push up from here, because it's pretty much stuck on there. And this is pretty much what you'll see if it's hasn't been molested with and stuff like that. And then you go in here, and then this is where your other bolts will be. And usually mine did have a cover, original cover, a gold one. So there's actually 6 bolts you had to take off on each side, but I didn't add them back on because it wouldn't fit right. And yeah, take these off, and then yeah, that one, it was pretty easy. It wasn't too hard, to be honest, if you have the right tools like I showed you. And then what I did is I put my foot here and I pressed down so I could have more space to get the top mount off and push this way, and then boom. It was a little hard, if you see right here. I actually scratched the hell out of it, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like, and they're already seized, so I don't really care. I was like, as long as they work, I'm planning to get new ones anyways later on. But I just really want to see how it looked low, and especially for the price I paid for. Like, I got the rears for free in a way, and in the front for $100. Like, yeah, like that's something you're like, oh, that's definitely need to do. And for the brake setup, I just ended up spray painting it. I mean, I don't know if anybody cares, but little cheap stuff I do to my car. Like, I like doing stuff like that I know about doing, and all I really did put a bag around this and make sure it didn't fly away when I was air, stuff like that. But actually, I put 4 bags all around, did everything perfect, and it came out really good. I mean, there is like a little pain here and there, but like when you drive it, it'll come off. But make sure you don't overspray a lot. And make sure I didn't overspray a lot if you see around. And it came out really nice. The front ones you can kind of tell right here. But I mean, in all reality, you can use some freaking alcohol or paint thinner and stuff and just clean it off. And same thing with everything else, you know, you clean that off. But I put a bag in to make sure it didn't overspray. Came out pretty nice. But yeah, I ended up taking off the plastics just because, you know, when you're low life, you're gonna end up rubbing for sure. So, you know, my little intercooler, you know, like I said, stock. So I kind of wish it came out a little modified, but at the same time, like, I'm happy just because I'm able to do everything myself and learn. Because, like I said, I'm not very too educated with these cars, but I do know, you know, a bit of it, and I'm loving it, man. Like, yeah, it's a beautiful car. But for sure, like I said, this is what you're gonna need. Either or, you know what I mean? Like, things that are pretty much the same, that, like I said, interact with each other. And that's pretty much it. And like I said, same thing inside. You know, if you've done coilovers in different cars, it's pretty much simple. But I just wanted to show you guys how to do it on this car. Yeah, it's pretty much very simple.